Hello and welcome to the BNC, the Black Nerd Culture Podcast, where three brothers have deeper conversations about the Black nerd sphere and beyond. I am Sean here with Vin and CJ. Today we'll be discussing Predator Badlands, starring Elle Fanning as Thea slash Tesha, Demetrius Schuster, Kaloa Matangi as Deck of the Yautja, written by Patrick Eisen and Dan Trachtenberg, and directed by Dan Trachtenberg. So with the preamble out of the way, let's jump right in.
I am no one's prey.
Right? Someone just sent me that meme too, or that GIF, I should say.
Well, let's start off with how we felt about the movie.
Wait, hold on. I gotta say one fucking thing.
Yep.
Because I didn't really pay attention to the cast, I had no idea that was freaking Elle Fanning until the end of the goddamn movie. I'm sitting there like, why does this person look somewhat familiar? I ain't seen Elle Fanning since she was a freaking since she started. She
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
4 years old.
Yeah.
I
Her
haven't
and
seen
Dakota
a-
started very early.
I haven't seen a damn thing she's been in since then. And I ended up going on her IMDb and looking at she's been constantly working
Yes.
since she was a kid, but I haven't seen none of that shit.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of stuff since she was little.
Yeah, so respect to that. But okay, how we felt about the movie?
I thought it was solid. I thought it was.
Yeah,
solid.
I thought it was a
liked
solid
it.
film.
I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie to the point that we're actually gonna go see it again this week.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Well, it's also because when we saw Deadpool and Wolverine, I don't know if I told you guys we saw it in Screen X.
No, I
No.
can't. I
Do you
think
know
so.
what Screen X is?
No,
Have you heard about Screen X?
I've not heard about Screen X.
Oh, okay. Well,
Is that like some 4D's experience or some
sort of, but no. So, you know how you have the screen in front of you? It also has two smaller screens on the side.
shit? Oh.
So, I can actually send you an Instagram about it. But, yeah, so that's how we saw Deadpool and Wolverine. We were like, that's how we're watching every movie from now on. And I forgot that. And I forgot where that was. So, when we went to see this in IMAX, I thought that had that extra screen for some reason.
No.
And yeah, I just thought it was that theater. And we get in the theater, I'm like, ooh, it's not this. But okay, IMAX anyway. So yeah, we're now going to go see it in that other format, which actually helps because I missed like the first couple minutes for reasons. Like we came in at, I mean, we didn't miss too much. The brother started to protect Deck.
So
When
okay,
he was
so
like,
you
well,
missed
he'll
the
honor
opening
us in death.
fight.
Which was pretty good.
Like I came in and he will honor us in death. That's where I came in.
Yeah. So okay. How'd you feel about it, Sean?
I thought it was a good film. It's the closest thing we're gonna get to a live action novelization of a Predator book. Predator novelization on screen. I think it really is like Dan Trachtenberg. You could tell he loves this franchise, and it's also very good to see they're listening to nerds everywhere. 'Cause this is nerd shit. This is what a nerd would come up with.
Apparently not everywhere.
Yeah. No, not everywhere. But
that one that's the one bad review I've heard,
yeah,
and that's annoying.
yeah.
Jeez.
But I thought it like Vince said, I thought it was a solid film. I think it told a really simple story, but it was a really fun Predator story to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
definitely a fun Predator story.
Yeah, and it definitely gives you a lot more lore than you had before. And Dan Trachtenberg's he's got this track record of doing really good stuff with the Predator series since Prey, and it's nice to see that they've given him the ball and he's running with it.
Yeah.
And it's also, this is from what I saw, this was the largest opening day for a Predator movie.
I believe it. I fucking believe it.
Yeah,
That I didn't know.
yeah,
That's interesting.
for
That's
opening
fun.
weekend.
I mean, Prey was good.
But Prey wasn't in.
Well, it wasn't
Yeah,
in
Prey
theater.
wasn't in theaters, but I mean that probably gave people enough hype, and also he did Killers
Oh
too.
man,
Yes.
Killers was awesome too.
Yeah,
So, like he proved again and again, and I think that showed up at the box office. So,
yes.
and that's awesome. I love when shit like that happens. But
Same here.
I think it was a really good movie. Real solid. You guys keep saying solid film. And I'm like not a huge fan of Alien or Predator, so that says a lot for me. Like I enjoyed Prey and I enjoyed Killer of Killers and I enjoyed this. I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy certain Predators, but I just wasn't. I'm new, I guess, to the fanning of it, I guess.
I suppose.
Welcome to
It's
the party,
fair.
pal.
Well,
You
because
did watch
I hated the original, bro.
Really?
Excuse me? Now
Are
we're
you
gonna fight
kidding?
right now.
Dude,
How
the
do you
thing.
hate the original?
Here's the thing. I love like really bad '80s movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I expect it to be a decent movie and it's cheesy, it irritates me. I felt like the first one was cheesy. Me
first
and
one
Arnold
was
had
cheesy.
issues. That's the reason. Me and Arnold had
Cheesy.
issues.
Oh.
If it wasn't Arnold, I have issues with Arnold. I really
Okay. It's Arnold. We'll blame it on Arnold.
I guess.
Because-
Like I like Predator too.
Yeah.
Personal thing. I thought
I like
Predator,
Predator
2.
too.
I honestly, out of the two, I watched Predator, the first Predator.
But
any
I
day
get
of
it.
the week.
I mean, it had more. What the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
But
Because
man, Arnold, bro,
what sets the first Predator apart from most monster movies or whatever is that these badasses, like they have a whole scene setting up how badass this team is. These are motherfuckers. Like they do not play around. When you send them on a mission, they will fuck shit up and
Wait,
talk shit later.
Is that the one with Bill Duke dry shaving?
Yes.
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 Yo,
So
Bill
they-
Duke was fucking me up though. Bill Duke, I gotta give it to Bill Duke. Bill Duke was killing me in that movie though.
So they set it up and they set it up perfectly, and then they're on the other end of being hunted
Yeah.
by this
Alright.
unknown creature, especially something like the technology they use and stuff like that. Like that was kind of unheard of, or at least
Yeah.
from my memory, it wasn't
far
really
as
used.
the cloak.
Yeah.
The cloaking technology, how they set that up in the movie, like
For
there's
Predator to have come out in the they did this constantly. Alien did this as well, but Predator for it to have come out when it did,
Right.
it was far ahead of its time.
Yeah,
Alright, I
100%.
give you all that. It's just my issue is
Arnold.
Arnold. My issue is really is Arnold. The rest of
Yeah.
the movie is awesome. It's just Arnold.
Yeah.
And the fact that Arnold is like the main. It's just,
I mean, he was the it guy. It was him
He
and
was the
Sylvester
it guy.
Stallone.
I understand,
And
and
Bruce
I don't
Willis.
like it, but it's cool.
Fair enough. But
Get to the chopper, like
I
bro.
think you just have problems with Austrians.
No, I like Van Damme.
But yeah,
That's
for
Arnold.
that movie to have come out in 1987 and for it to have as like it still got staying power. I can still watch. I can still like it's
can
one of
watch
those movies I could just
Predator
continually
anytime.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife could watch it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
She
one of
absolutely
those. It's definitely up there where
She's a
you could
huge fan.
I
Yeah.
can sit there and watch it every time. And it's and I don't think they set anything else up like well, I'll say they did set up Killer of Killers like that. Dan Trachtenberg
Yes.
did a good job of setting up each individual story and
Oh yeah,
showing how badass these people are before the Predator comes,
Or at least how capable they are.
or how capable they are, right?
man. Oh man, I can't remember that first one. Man, she was a beast.
Yeah.
Right. So he did definitely use that flavor from the first movie.
Yeah.
But then after that, it kind of like the series lost its way a little bit
I mean, yeah.
up until Dan Trachtenberg took the helm.
Yeah.
because
And I hope they continue letting him take the helm because he
Well,
knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
my wife didn't even like have me watch Predators. So
Predators? Honestly, Predators was decent.
Decent. Because it's
that's the
another
one with old boy, right?
Adrian Brody.
Adrian? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Predator. What Ben was getting at with the whole idea of the Predator was that it was a subversion, and Predators is another subversion of the Predator archetype in and of itself.
Right.
So I liked that. It's just I think people had an issue with Adrian Brody as the lead because they were so used to people like Arnold being the lead. But then
Well,
again,
the
we had Danny Glover as the lead.
We
in
had Danny
Predators, too.
fucking Glover.
No,
Sweating his ass off.
Sweating his ass off throughout
In
the
LA.
entire fucking movie.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was.
He
That's
didn't give off
literally his
action hero
trademark.
vibes.
He was a whole sheen of sweat
Yeah.
in the entire
Just
movie.
the entire film. the entire.
That's his trademark.
Yeah,
The,
sweaty.
Yeah, it is.
He's a
Lethal
sweaty
color
Weapon.
nigga.
purple.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon series.
Lethal Weapon series. That motherfucker's
He's
sweating.
sweaty. He's a sweaty nigga.
He might need to get that
I mean, he's already old now, so it's too late.
I mean, he was too old for this shit in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. And then also what tripped me up about going from Lethal Weapon to Predator, he throughout Lethal Weapon, like Murtaugh saying I'm too old for this shit, that we see Murtaugh in a Predator movie, and he's like scaling buildings
Yeah.
and shit. Like,
Yeah.
the fuck?
He
Like
was.
Arnold, I can see doing that shit.
Yeah.
Him, not so much. Like,
I think I like, because I respect to the jungle
Yeah.
shit, but then the concrete jungle, it was a little different. I kind of respect that.
It's a good. That's another good subversion.
it's a decent subversion. It's
Yeah, I don't think they did it
interesting,
again, did they?
No, they did not.
They did.
They never did it again.
They went back to the jungle.
It was a good
Yeah.
try.
Jungle.
It
Yeah.
was a good try.
Yeah.
Definitely alienating to LA, I think it was, right?
Huh?
I think it was set in LA.
Yes.
The second one?
Was it
yeah.
LA?
That was-
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
out in LA.
Yeah,
Shit.
definitely alienating to LA. some,
Yeah.
some people from LA were like, the fuck, man?
Yeah. And it showed LA as like just fucking
It's
crime ridden, and it's a very bad depiction
so
of LA.
bad.
It is so fucking racist.
Well,
It's real bad. It was
Yeah.
real bad.
Yeah.
I ain't from LA, so
Yeah.
I don't feel like I can speak on shit.
I
unless was
feel
from
like
LA.
I feel like people from let's switch it over. I feel like people in the representation of RoboCop, Detroit RoboCop. Was
Yeah. Detroit was
And where was that?
fucking horrible.
like nobody could really argue with it. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
pretty much.
Well,
People
this
in
was
LA
also
were like,
a
the
future
fuck,
set.
bro.
It was also a future set. So
Yeah. This is not. That's,
Yeah. Predator 2 was set in modern day.
Yeah.
Present day.
yeah, at
LA.
least close to modern day.
Yeah,
I think it might have been. Well, I'm basing it off the guns though that they used. But yeah, it might have been modern day. It was.
As far as I know, it was set that in 1997, and the movie
Yeah, you're probably right.
and the movie came out in 1990, so 7 years later.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be in '97.
Yes.
Predator 2 was supposed to be
Yes.
7 years ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's why I said
Okay.
it felt a little
All right.
bit more like they were trying to do future-y kind of a little bit,
Yeah, okay.
but not super duper future-y. Like
Yeah.
not.
Well, I mean, it was the '90s.
Yeah.
It was '90s. So
Yeah. I thought. But back to Predator Badlands.
yeah, I thought it was pretty cool though.
I thought the attention to detail was definitely there because I love how
Oh,
since
man.
Deck is the runt of the litter, he doesn't have the same presence as when they show his brother Quiet
Yeah.
and his father Endure. And because the thing is, normally in a Predator movie, these are big motherfuckers. These are
Yeah.
they normally get like basketball players to play the Predator. Like
Yeah.
these are big sons of bitches. And
So that's
Bill-
what it was. He was the runt.
Yes.
yeah, and then
Okay,
Bill
because they
yeah.
kept saying he was deformed, and I'm like, what? The tooth?
He for the Yautja, yes,
Yes.
he is definitely deformed.
And people cottoned on to that when the trailer first dropped.
Right.
They cottoned on to the fact that this Predator looks different than others. And I guess they didn't like it because, but then they didn't have the whole story because people like to take shit and run with it.
Right.
But you get the story that he's the runt of the litter, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's why he looks like that.
Right, because in any of the Predator movies, when they hit the ground, boom,
Yeah.
boom every time, and you hear the motherfuckers coming. It's like it's supposed to scare the shit out of you if
Yeah.
you're like a normal human or something like that.
And that's the crazy thing about the Predators in general is that they're so light. As hunters, they are so light, and they can move with ease and grace. But when they want to be intimidating, they are intimidating.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, and that's in control of your physique. 'Cause,
Mhm.
I mean,
Because
I'm freaking, yeah. Well, I'll just say when I was younger, and I was over freaking, 100 some odd pounds, but I could land light if I wanted to. And even to this day, like I walk very light. So
right, but it's really cool because they turn it on when they want to because
Exactly.
in Predator movies they normally hopping from tree to tree or
Mm.
building to building depending on the movie.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Man,
And
it's
and
a credit to their athleticism.
right,
Yeah.
so it's really cool. But Deck is not like that at all.
They hit nat
Because
they hit nat 20s on athleticism
Yeah.
athleticism checks all the
he
time.
definitely lit that 20s on athleticism, but the intimidation, yeah, he would
Not there.
definitely, yeah, that's a
Whiff.
one. So I like that attention to detail because I was like, oh, these are gonna be because when I heard Dex start walking, I was like, okay, so he's the runt. That makes sense. Are the other ones gonna walk that light or nope? His brother is Quay steps up and is like boom, boom, boom. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, I missed
okay,
all that.
cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
missed all.
But they definitely keep their attention to detail going. It's a very like he know the Dan Trachtenberg knows what he's doing.
He knows what
Yeah,
he's doing. I
and I
will
liked how
100% agree with that.
I liked how you know showed that Deck might have been small or whatever, but he was still skilled because
Very.
he was picking up on shit. He was like learning the Genna. Jenna is it Genna? Jenna? Man,
I'm gonna say Jenna because I don't think they pronounce it
they
in.
did pronounce it in the
Oh yeah,
fucking movie.
Yeah, I
She
think
actually
Ian
pronounced
L's
says
it.
it. I
of
She
believe
said
it's
it
Jenna.
one
Thea's
time
is
and
Jenna.
Yeah,
Jenna. All
yeah,
right.
it's
Yeah.
Jenna.
So, yeah, I mean, he got to know his surroundings,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed, of course, at the end where he started, making his own arsenal from Jenna.
Yeah.
And it's like you could tell, all right, that's coming back. Okay, that's coming back. Okay, that's coming back.
Right.
If you paid attention, if you're that kind of watcher that pays attention to shit like that. But
Yeah.
like,
They're
because I knew
very
that bomb thing was coming back. I knew the razor grass was coming
yeah.
back. I love how he used the those spitters.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
As a shoulder cannon.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah, that was
yeah.
that
awesome.
was awesome.
That was dope. That
But
was really cool.
do you guys want to get into like a breakdown or analysis of the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Step up, then.
Yep.
So we open up the movie on Yautja Prime, uh,
Oh, that's
and
what it's called.
we see one predator going into a cave, and he well, I'll say Yautja, I guess. I like Predator better, but
Of course.
but
Hey,
we see
hey,
one
it's our shit. So,
right.
Predator.
We see one predator going into a cave, and he meets another predator, and it's kind of like a mentor mentee situation. You could tell one is a lot smaller, and that's Deck. Who his later name, but they start fighting. It's you could tell it's not to kill.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell it's very much a sparring match, basically. But they're both using their surroundings expertly. Um, and when we later come to find out that Deck is fighting against his brother Quay. So Deck is fighting against his brother Quay, and Quay is giving Deck basically pointers on how to use the environment to his advantage, and and Deck even says, well, and Quay says you're fighting with anger, and Deck says I'm fighting like father, and Quay kind of, and it's very gentle. It's not like a. He doesn't laugh at him or anything like that because Deck is so small, so much smaller. It's more of a fight like you, fight like use your advantages. So they in the sparring match, Deck actually ends up losing and gets basically blown up down chasm where he ends up catching on and climbing back up where and you see Quay is basically meditating. Um, they continue the fight, but it goes cuts to black, and then they're finishing up, and Deck and Quay are now on Quay's ship, um, where Deck is choosing his the next his challenge basically because Deck is not a Yautja yet. In order to become a Yautja, you have to do your first mission, which is kill a prey, a highly skilled prey, and then from there you get your gear. So normally the predators, the Yautja, have these concealment. things as part of their arsenal.
Cloak.
Cloak, thank you. They normally have this cloak, which is part of their arsenal. Deck does not have that yet because he's not deemed a Yautja yet. So in order to get that, he has to kill a worthy opponent. And correct me if I'm wrong. One of the first ones, wasn't that the protagonist from Prey?
I didn't notice,
I thought
but
it
it
was.
wouldn't shock me.
I thought it was a human with a bow and arrow. I could have sworn it was.
It
It's
wouldn't shock
possible
me.
because
Yeah.
Killer of Killers did all kinds of connections,
Right.
and I believe Prey did too. Actually, I think something else.
But we see that we pass by the person, I believe, with a bow, and we go to this planet called Jenna, where the Calisk is the most dangerous prey that they have, and Deck chooses that planet, and his brother Quaid, being very protective of him, says, "No, you're not doing that. No, nobody comes back from that motherfucker." Like
Yeah, and they say even their father's afraid of
the Calisk.
the Kalisk.
Yeah, which is it's for a damn good reason. And Deck is like, if everybody's afraid of it, I'm not, and I need to show, and this will be the perfect way for me to prove that I'm worthy.
Mm.
And by the way, this is all in Yautja. They created a Yautja language for this
Yeah,
film.
I saw that.
Sounds
they
vaguely
had-
Russian.
Well,
It takes some it probably takes some things from Russia, but it's a uniquely created language which now exists in the movies, which is cool.
Mm.
So now we'll actually know what the fuck they're saying because they never really spoke before unless to mimic human speech
Yeah, or scream.
or scream. Yes.
it's a
so-
nice little. Fuck, I lost the word. Go ahead.
so Deck makes his decision. Quaid, kind of reluctantly agrees, and but before they can finish, their father shows up in Jor, and Jor is like, "The fuck is you doing with this runt? Like, he's a problem. We don't accept weakness in the Yautja. Kill his ass. I don't even know why he's still alive. What you doing?"
Yeah, you should have killed him in his sleep if you wanted to be merciful.
Right. And basically, Jor is a giant dick.
Mm.
But so when I was first watching the scene, I was like, "Oh, that's not the Yautja I know." Like with Quay and Deck and them sparring. But then Jor shows up and it's like, "That's the Yautja. that's a predator."
Yeah.
So what's cool about the Predator movies is that they normally show off new gadgets in basically every movie. And one of the gadgets that that Enjor uses against Deck is like this energy field that makes him basically bow down to his knees. Which
Oh
pretty
yeah,
cool.
that yeah, the chain basically.
Yeah, it's basically like energy chains that basically make him bow down to his knees, and Enjor tells Quaid to kill him, son or not, and basically Enjor, it looks like he's about to kill him, but refuses. He cuts Deck out of the energy shackles and basically kicks him and throws him back on the ship, and it's like, "You gotta get the fuck out of here," because shit's about to go down. And
It's
then
like a tractor. It's like a tractor beam shit. And
he hits
Joe goes
so
back.
you saw this earlier in the when Deck was going into the cave. He has this like reverse grappler.
Yeah, it creates a zip line
Yeah.
for him so that he can just kind of climb up it.
Right, and it's
Or-
I say it's reverse because normally you go down a zip line. This one you could go up it, which is cool. I was like, that's dope.
Mm.
So Quay hits his grappler and it pulls him back onto the ship. He tells Quay tells Deck to run, and not Deck. Quay and Njor start fighting. They get to brawling, and it's very very obvious that Quay is not Njor's equal in a
Mm.
fight because that he brutally murders.
Yeah.
Brutally murders Quay.
And
Quite
it said
easily, actually.
he had that one line to protect weaknesses to show weakness or some shit like
Right.
Yeah.
that too.
And he Jor uses his gadgets and his cloak, shows it off and just fucking marks Quay. With Quay's last act, he sends his brother off in his ship to the planet Gina, and
It tells him to bring back the callus.
yeah, tells him to bring back the Callus head, and Deck is losing it. He is highly upset, which is awesome to see because you hardly ever see the Yautja show any emotion.
Mm.
They are cold-blooded predators. The only time you ever see them show any kind of irritation is when they're harmed or physically hurt.
Mm.
So it was really interesting to see that they brought at least some sort of relationships into this movie. It really makes you kind of feel inside for the Predator who's been the villain for so long.
Mm.
So that was really cool. So Quay's ship blasts off. You see Injor take Quay's head as Deck is leaving in
Oh.
Quay's ship.
Their swords aren't their swords different? Aren't those new?
The energy swords.
The plasma swords, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
Yeah,
know.
those are new.
Also a new gadget. It's a plasma sword, which I believe it was all three of them had one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that
it
was
could be a
also
clan specific weapon.
it's all because
That's
the
what it
Yautja are split up by clan,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody brought that up.
which is also cool. Again, I like seeing the new different kinds of weapons and stuff like that the Yautja use. So Deck ends up landing on Gena, and this is the worst planet like
Yeah.
ever. This
It's
is
horrible.
it's a planet of Australia. It's just everything is trying to murder you.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to murder everything. Everything's trying to murder
Yeah,
everything.
everything is trying to murder everything.
They
And
call it the Death Planet.
yeah, it earned this
very apt.
name. Even the fucking flora is trying to murder you. So when Deck lands, he crash lands, and yeah, he ends up actually the Quay's ship gets damaged, and he ends up in a
Ejector pod.
ejector pod, and that he lands in that crash lands in that gets damaged, all the shit. He loses a lot of his gear because a lot of the gear is normally on a Predator ship. And he lands, takes inventory of what he has, and then all of a sudden this fucking thing comes out of nowhere with these fucking tentacles. It's like vine tentacles. Take his shit, rob him real quick, and then just start tries to kill him. So yeah, that's the first big thing that he has to kind of fight, but you never see the body.
Yeah.
It's just these tentacles that come at him out of nowhere, and yeah, that's a whole. He ends up getting away from that. I was like, this planet sucks ass.
Yeah.
They were like a tentacle hydra kind of.
Yeah,
They really did sell the fact that this planet is horrible.
Yeah.
yeah,
It
definitely
is the Death Planet.
Badlands.
This is just set up for people to die in.
Yep. So, Deck is taking a breather, and he's kind of washing off his wounds, and he sees this slug crawling on a leaf, and he picks it up, and it starts to fucking bubble up, and he chucks it, the shit fucking explodes. And I'm not talking like a biological explosion. That shit goes off like a grenade.
Yeah. And Deck is just looking like,
What
look at it
the
like, huh.
fuck?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, huh.
But I did one thing I did before we go further. One thing was interesting was the humor in this movie. This is not
Yeah.
a typical Predator movie where it's all very self-serious. It is all very other than the Predator. We're not going to talk about that shit.
Right.
I don't know what
It
you
is
just
a
said.
very self-serious movie. It takes this. Predator series are usually self-serious movies. They take themselves seriously. They do
Mm-hmm.
serious things. They're serious hunters. Serious, serious, serious. But a lot of the comedy comes in this movie comes from the situational comedy of him being with, as we'll meet her, Thea,
Right.
and Yautja speaking to at least a humanoid synth, um, and seeing this kind of not disconnect, but this this self seriousness of the predator uh, be undercut by this kind of this human type of humor.
Right. And it makes sense because it's not your average Predator movie. So
Hmm.
and then not only that, but it humanizes Deck and it
Yeah,
humanizes the situation he's in because again, the Predator's been the bad guy for all of the movies basically, except for maybe Alien vs Predator, which that's it, you have the fucking xenomorphs for that
yeah,
because they're even worse. Um, but normally the predator is like the bad guy. You so it's really cool that they brought it down a little bit. And I can see people not liking that because people, oh, it's too much humor or whatever. But I thought it makes sense. You don't want it.
Yeah.
You
It
did.
wasn't horrible.
This wouldn't have worked if it was too serious. It took itself too seriously.
yeah.
I mean, and so I feel like even in the serious ones, there was comedic relief because usually you always have some kind of comedic relief. It just wasn't from the predator.
It's rare. It usually comes from one
Yeah.
of the humans
Yeah, that's what
that
I'm saying. It's just not from
end
the
up
predator.
dying, but it's not.
Normally, yeah.
Yeah, but it's very
I
like.
would say this was way more. There was
Oh
more,
yeah, yeah,
but still. Eh.
It's definitely way more than it normally was.
yeah. Because the first Predator came from Shane Black's character.
Which
Um,
explains
And a little bit of
that
building
movie
too.
that we're not talking about.
a little bit, but Bill was more serious. Like the
Yeah.
humor was
Bill's
consequential for Bill.
Bill's humor was, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yes,
Yeah.
Because the dry shaving,
yes.
that was just what the fuck.
Everybody was
And
weird.
you kind of laughed at the movie, not necessarily because they wanted you to. Like, get to
Yeah,
the chopper. That was,
Yeah.
yeah. That becomes a meme.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the second one, Gary Busey. That's pretty much it.
Gary
Bill
Busey,
Paxton
But
oh my
was
he,
kind of
gosh,
funny
man.
Bill
too.
Paxton. Yeah, that's right. That's right. He was the jokester there until he
Yeah.
fucking died.
As
But
you do.
yeah. So yeah,
Gary Busey's just
outside of that, it's a lot more. It's definitely a lot more comedic in that respect.
Mm.
But you need that in order to humanize your characters, like Ben was saying.
that
Right.
too. And I think a lot of like movies do that just to kind of break the tension a little bit,
Hmm.
you know. But yeah,
Basically.
yeah, there was more, but it wasn't over the top to me. It was,
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to
It
chuckle
still
here and
felt like
there.
this was a serious situation.
Yeah,
Like
Hmm.
yeah. It didn't detract from the seriousness of it to me.
the
Yeah, they could still die.
planet was the bad guy
Yeah,
Yeah.
in this
absolutely.
movie because that planet sucked ass.
Absolutely.
So speaking of, Deck is walking through um, this flower field basically, or this field of these fucking bulbous flowers with spines in them, and he starts to walk, and the shit starts to expand. Like it has these little nodes on it that expands, and these needles pop out, and he goes closer, it starts to expand, and then he's like, nope. Well,
Exactly.
okay, hold on, this is some bullshit. And then he starts
Hmm.
to back up, and it starts to deflate. And then he walks closer, starts to expand, and that's when we hear Thea, who is it looks like she's trapped in a nest.
Well,
Yeah.
he kind of starts making his way around him.
Yeah, he starts to walk around them a little
Yeah.
bit, but oh, that's right. He starts to walk around them, and then this creature
Mm-hmm.
flies overhead, and you hear Thea's voice, played by Elle Fanning, and she's like, you might want to move because
Mm-hmm.
that thing is gonna drop a rock on you just to make those things explode. So we have the fucking fauna, the fucking beast here, using the flora to kill their prey.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, she says he's going to use those things to incapacitate you. Then
Yep.
Yeah, because they paralyze their prey
Yeah.
with the
Those
spines.
needles. Yeah. The
Yeah, the needles
spines.
paralyze.
Yep.
and then motherfucker starts dropping rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Deck has to move as these flowers explode all around him. And Tia, meanwhile, is in the background saying, "I can help you." And it kind of, it's almost like a
Yautja hunt alone.
yeah. And Deck is very against it because it's like Yautja alone. But it kind of reminds me for some reason of like Wizard of Oz, Tin Man, and Dorothy kind of thing.
I was also getting Dory from Finding Nemo vibes.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
But she's basically like, if you could throw me a weapon, I could cut myself down and help you. And right, so the spines hit Deck. Right before the spines hit Deck, he uses one of his weapons from his gauntlet, which is like a basically a floating
Sure.
glaive,
Yeah.
because it's got double edges, and he tosses it at her before he can pass out. She ends up cutting herself free and taking out the flying thing, or at least like making it go away before it
Oh
can
no,
make
she
a,
kills it.
oh, does she
No,
kill
she
it?
killed it.
Yeah,
She
she
definitely
jumps on
killed
its
it.
neck.
She was stabbing the hell out of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You ain't know the-
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, she went like slasher, like
Yeah.
stabs. She was going to work.
Yeah.
So Thea ends up killing a creature that's about to attack Dak, and so, and I'm like, how the hell did she do that? She doesn't. We find out that Thea has no legs. she's a wailing. She introduces herself as a wailing Utani synth. And Deck picks her up. It looks down and is like, where are your legs? So the way they're communicating is she's basically using a universal communicator, which is a cool idea. So she hears English, but she's communicating back with Yautja.
Well, and the funny thing is they did it. They also the way she explains it, it works for the audience as well. So
Exactly.
everybody else hears their language.
Right.
That's what she says.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
which is a kind of a wink to us.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why you can hear because
Yeah.
they're always like, how do
And
we
that
know
also
this?
kind of is funny because it's going to be in multiple countries.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like that's
Knocked
why
it
you can hear in this
right
language,
out.
because it's all the Yautja language is going to be the Yautja language throughout all of the movies, but everybody else is going to hear Thea speaking in Spanish, French, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
which is
They-
smart.
That's pretty
they hear
cool.
their native language. I was
Right.
like, I, well done.
So I did like that part, and so yeah, the deck holds up Thea. Is like, but, well, where are your legs? It's like, well, kind of lost them, and she's surmises that he's looking for the callus skin. She says, basically, that's where my legs are. We were, attacked by the
Wailing
callus.
Utani's doing
Wailing
Wailing Utani
Utani's doing Wailing Utani shit and touching things they shouldn't be, as fucking usual.
Yep.
Yep. and
Par
what-
for the
what-
goddamn
the
course
slogan
with
should be,
Wailing
Stop
Utani.
touching shit.
Yep.
Just
Always
stop
touch
touching
shit.
shit.
Stop touching
Is the company motto. Always
Yep,
touch your
always,
shit.
always be touching shit.
Yep.
touch.
So Thea explains to Deck that a team of Wailing Utani synths are on Gina to do research and bring back specimens because no human could ever set foot on Gina without dying.
Yeah, and
So that's hence the
good,
name.
absolutely good reason.
I
Yeah.
think she even points out that no Yautja survived Ghana.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
she
another
also
thing that
says
she points
no
out.
Yautja survived Ghana or the hunt for the Callus either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I believe she says it's basically you can't kill it.
Yeah.
It's a monster you can't kill.
I don't know if she pointed that out, but we figured that out.
It's in the trailer. I can't remember if she said it in the movie though.
Yeah, I didn't
I
even
didn't pay
realize
attention.
what she meant by that
Yeah,
until we saw later.
yeah. We do get to see.
We
The
figured
Callus.
that out.
Yeah.
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 So she's basically saying, "Listen, I can get get you to the Calyx, but I need you to get me my legs." so, we can travel together, and I can get you what you need, and I can get what I need. And first deck is against it, as we were saying. Yautja hunting alone.
Then she,
Um,
then he figures out, okay, you're a tool, so I can
well,
use you as a tool.
she brings it up. She's like, she's like, he used me. He's like, oh, you're a tool then.
Yeah.
Okay, and again,
Tool.
yeah,
Yeah, he calls him a tool.
as and in Yautja culture, there's nothing wrong with using a tool for a hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Loophole.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, loophole, that works. Okay, cool, tool. you,
Yeah, I think
you'll
that
be
they
my
found out
tool.
she's a
You'll be one of my
synth.
many weapons.
Yeah, I think it's because of synth, because they use the synths to do the things that humans can't do or some shit like
Right.
that. She mentions that, and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
like a tool.
Right.
Bet.
So, they travel together, and you see them go across the land, and it's beautiful. Like, I believe they shot in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, there's no way they didn't.
yeah. So these are a lot of, and what's also cool is that this is practical. Like,
Yeah,
this
there are a lot of
is
practical effects.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
the actor Demetrius. Dressed as a predator walking through New Zealand, like, and you could tell it's not green. A lot of this is not green screen.
Mm-hmm.
Which is awesome. Which I'm always for. I like practical effects
Oh, yeah.
more than I like green screen. Although green screen has its place,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're like, nah. Because most of the Predator movies are practical.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think the vast majority of them are probably practical.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me.
Yeah,
And there's not a lot of them that use different sets. I could see Predators definitely being practical. The Predator and what was the other one? The Alien versus Predator movies. The Alien versus Predator first one was the only thing I could think of that was probably more CGI than anything else.
right,
Yeah, it was all
The second one was practical because it was done on Earth.
right.
So yeah, they use practical effects more often than not, especially for the setting.
Yeah. So
Yeah, just to confirm, yeah, all over New Zealand.
yeah. So they travel basically towards the Callus, and in the middle of it, Deck gets hungry. He's like, I gotta eat. Um, so they start to look for something for Deck to hunt so he can eat it. And they come across this creature that it's a bone bison. It's a gigantic fucking bison that has like bone over his face to kind of protect it, I guess, from predators. And
Well,
yeah, the remarks that this is Callus food. This is what the Callus eats, and
which was
it's
a
like it's
big
gonna be
freaking
mine too.
foreshadow.
So there's one problem though. It grazes in a field of grass,
Razor.
razor grass. The fuck. So it grazes in a field of this fucking razor of grass with fucking just topped with fucking sharp ass glass. You poke, and once it pokes you, you're gonna bleed. And
I don't know if it was glass. That's what it was. Razor grass. I don't think it was glass.
it was. I
It's
mean,
just
it was
glass.
It shined
Right.
like glass, but I don't think it was glass.
Yeah.
glass. I
Because
mean,
it didn't break.
quote. Well,
No, it doesn't break easy.
That's what I'm saying. So I think it was metal.
no,
It was
it
metallic.
was. I don't think it was metal, man. Like, cause it had a. It
had a
also
shine
had a
to it.
glassy sound.
It wasn't
to
just a shine. It was
Yeah.
It was like a crystal.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
I'd
more.
say it was
was
crystal, but I
crystalline.
don't think it was glass.
Yeah, close enough. But
Let's just
I
say
mean,
crystal.
glass as we understand it, but it's crystal.
It
Sure.
might have been like some kind of diamond type.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Right.
That just glass is weak.
Well, yeah. But
That shit went
it
weak.
was sharp as hell, and it will kill you if you fall into it.
It will cut you to shreds.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this one. So Deck is looking around, and there's this one creature that comes out of nowhere. It's blue, it has a tail, and it's smaller. It's way smaller than the deck, but it looks at the bone bison as well, and it's like, oh, time to eat. And it starts to move through the grass, but it turns into a ball because its back is hella hard, and it rolls through. And before that, it looks at deck. The deck looks at it, and then it goes off. It's like fuck you.
Yep.
And it goes towards the bone bison, and so now the race is on toward to try to get the bone bison, and basically Deck and the creature start to tussle and get in each other's way to the point where Deck and the creature are now fighting, like physically fighting, and the creature is far stronger than it fucking looks. It throws Deck around, and they are getting it in. Like it is just straight up hands, and eventually the what was it? It's not the bone bison. So eventually Dia is like, oh look out, because they end up in one of the trees in the nearby, and then she's like, look out for, what was it, Luna bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
So-
you think
making
it's
it
like
sound
it's a bug.
super fucking small.
You think
Yeah.
it's like a little. You think it's a bug. It's a
It's
bug.
like, oh,
It's
look,
a
yo,
bug.
yeah, exactly. She's like, be on the lookout for Luna bugs. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
cracking
this
in the goddamn.
might be a swarm or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's a fucking tree kraken. It's
Yeah.
some gigantic fucking monster. Because its tentacles start to come down. And I'm like, oh, this fucking thing. And I thought it was the same thing. It is not the same thing as that Deck was dealing with
The
before.
Hydra shits. That's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
it's very, very different. It starts to attack Deck and the creature that Deck's been fighting against, and you see it wraps around Deck and it starts to pull Deck towards it. And you see this gigantic fucking thing, like it's a beak and claws and fucking teeth and everything. And I'm like, jeez, that's not a fucking bug, lady.
Like
Yeah.
that's the first thing I said. Like bug.
Right?
Yeah.
You said bug.
You said bug. The word bug.
God damn.
Cute,
Luna
very cute
behemoth.
name.
Like say something size worthy.
Right.
Luna bug.
So, as they're Deck is about to get eaten, and the creature actually ends up saving the creature that Deck was fighting with before actually ends up saving Deck, and you see that the Luna bug tries to bite down, and the creature jams itself into the Luna bug's mouth, and you see that
Breaking teeth.
you see that the creature's back is hella hard because it breaks the Luna bug's tooth and makes it drop Deck. They Deck and the creature get away from the Luna bug. Do they? Let me see.
The Luna bug starts chasing the
Yeah.
little creature.
Yeah, the Luna bug starts chasing the creature.
So
It's a
Deck's
whole
like,
thing.
I'm on it.
Yeah, Deck is like, fuck that shit. So the
And I
Luna bug
think-
starts chasing the creature, and it's like, can't. Of course, Deck can't. The Luna bug chases the creature through the razor grass,
Yeah.
and Deck is like, all right, let me try to figure out some shit. So Deck cuts down a tree, starts running up that bitch.
Well, because what is it? She said, you can't go out there. You'll get cut to shreds. You give up too easy. And then he
Yeah.
slices that fucking tree down. Chops the tree down. Fucking runs up the tree.
Yep. So he runs up the tree, which is a great scene, and then the tree falls on the creature, and he starts stabbing the fuck out of the Luna bug.
Well, no. He landed on the Luna
Oh, yeah.
bug's back with the plasma sword. And then
Yeah.
he does this nice ass thing where he gets up and starts backing up the fucking thing with the blade inside the fucking Luna.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
fucking-
yeah, yeah. He rips it up,
Yeah.
dragging the Luna blade with him. Not the Luna blade, the plasma blade with him.
Yeah.
And he ends up killing the Luna bug, and then They get back to the ground, and then apparently the bone bison is like, "Fuck y'all doing here in my hood?" It's like it starts to charge Deck, the creature, and Dia. And Deck does this sick fucking move.
Mm-hmm.
He throws the fucking plasma sword at the fucking bone bison as it opens its mouth, and the bones start to open up, and it cuts the it
Bisects that.
bisects that bitch.
Mm-hmm. And then grabs the face of it and continues to rip it apart. As
He's like
even
grabbing
the,
the meat of it as
yeah,
it's like passing him. It's like it charged at him. He
yep,
threw the fucking thing. It's bisecting him, and he's like grabbing the fucking meat from the inside.
yeah, and
It's
just
fucking
rips it
awesome.
apart like a really cool. That's a really cool ass scene. And
It's
even the little creature they found is impressed.
yeah, and it looks back at Deck and it's like, yeah, I'm that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it cuts to where Deck, the creature, and Thea are talking in over a fire as they enjoy the meat of the bone bison.
Well, somebody's enjoying.
Yeah, this Deck is enjoying it, and Thea's going on and on. She talks. She's like, "Oh, I named the creature Bud." It's
Mm-hmm.
like he's like, the Deck is like, "Why?"
Hmm.
It's like I guess like sure,
Sure.
and Deck offers Thea some food. She's like, "I'm a synth. I don't eat. I don't need to eat or do anything really, or sleep or
But Bud's
anything."
been creeping up this whole time. Like, you gonna give me some?
Right. It's just like Bud will like some, and at first Deck is like reticent because like, man, this motherfucker, I guess. And then Deck ends up giving Bud some, Bud then spits on Deck. Deck was like, "Yo,
Deck
what
was
the
about
fuck,
to.
bro?"
Yeah. Jack was about to fucking whoop that ass. Like, what the fuck are you?
And and Diaz to calm the situation. It's like she's marking you. She's marking you as part of her clan. And he's like, and Deck is like, oh, I guess,
Okay.
sure. And they so, so they finish eating, and Deck starts to get like it tries to get the land in order for a bed.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
the fucking Bud is doing the same thing he's doing. The thing is like
mimicking him the
it's
entire
mimicking
time.
him the whole
Child ass
time.
mimicking.
Yeah, very childlike mimicking. And Deck is looking back at it, but Bud's looking at Deck and is like, "What?" So that's a very cute
The
scene.
funniest scene was when Deck recognizes it and he pulls out his plasma
Like,
sword, and then he's like, "Damn straight."
he's like,
And then
ha.
we look over back at Bud, and Bud has a stick with a fire on it.
Yeah, from the
Like,
fire.
Deck was like, "Fine."
Fuck.
Yeah,
It just says, "So I'm going to sleep."
yeah,
Yeah. So once they wake up, the Deck takes
Yeah.
Thea. Thank you. Deck takes Thea and leaves Bud behind. Thea is very upset about this.
yeah.
This is not happy because
Oh, and between that time, we see a scene of
oh
Tessa,
yes,
the
yeah,
Wailing Utani sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
Tessa's alive and all that. Yeah. And they're
yeah,
bringing her back.
Tessa ends up being alive. They revive Tessa and tell her, "Yo, you fucking mother." The basically the constant, the AI of Wailing Utani, um, tells her, "You fucking up. The
Yeah,
mission, the mission. Where's the creatures I sent you for? Where's the creature that gives a numeric and alphabetic name?" And we figure that's the Calisk. It's basically like, where's the Calisk? And and Tessa's like, fucked our shit up.
yeah,
So mother's
and
like, "Nah, you gotta get back out there, bro."
yeah. And Tessa asks where Thea is, and
Hmm.
Mother says with the Yautja has her,
Mm-hmm.
Right,
making it seem like, oh yeah, the Yautja kidnapped her or whatever.
right. So,
And if
Te-
we hadn't explained before, Tessa is basically the sister synth to Thea.
right. And we do, and I think also later we get a scene with Tessa and the other synths going back on Jenna. And Tessa is frightening.
Yeah.
So,
She's no nonsense. Whereas Thea is more of like the more affable one.
yeah.
Well,
Tessa is the no bullshit one.
Thea,
She very much mirrors Deck's father.
Yeah.
well, Thea explains that Tessa's the field unit.
Yes.
Thea was the research unit, so she
Yes.
doesn't. She's not a.
She's not as well equipped as Tessa is to,
Right.
do all the exploring and stuff like that.
Although Mother did give them both emotions.
Yes,
So
they're both sensitive, so that they
Yeah.
can, so that we find out later that they could use the fauna around them and exploit it.
Right. And so like I said, Tessa and the other sets run into the same thing that Deck ran into, the tentacle vine creature. And Tessa wastes no time murking that motherfucker, like
Yeah,
just
I mean,
ripping it apart.
They was all brah, brah, brah,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "All right, fire."
Yeah, pulls out a flamethrower and everything.
Yeah.
As
Well,
the- and they're
switches
doing
the
this as they're hunting Thea and Deck.
Right.
Yeah. They basically find where he
Deck
landed.
crash landed.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's where they start. So.
And they also find they find the ship, and they also find cryo bombs.
Well, they find the whole weapons cache, but she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this
What
cryo
do these
bomb could be
do?
useful."
Yeah,
And,
the shoulder cannon.
yeah,
and also
and
the shoulder cannon.
Quay's shoulder cannon.
Yeah. Which is far more devastating than any shoulder cannon I've ever seen
Yeah.
in the universe, by the way. Holy shit, that thing. But so as I was saying, Thea and Dex split from Bud, and Thea's not too happy about it, and she actually tells Deck about wolves, and tries to explain that wolves Pax and the Alpha is the protector of the pack, and Deck is like, well, the Alpha's the Alpha because it kills a lot, right? And she's like, no, it's because it protects the pack. It actually doesn't kill as much as the other wolves. And Deck takes that completely the wrong way and is like, I'm gonna be the Alpha that kills everything. It's like, and Thea's like, sure, I guess. Just completely with my fucking pack thing, but okay, whatever.
Mhm.
They move on, and they actually end up finding the Calisk. And Thea's the Calyx nest, and Thea's legs. And Thea starts to repair herself and get her legs back together with her body, upper torso, and that's when she starts to explain. Actually, Wheeling Yutani, you can't take the Calisk. You can't kill it because we need it.
Like, we're here for it. We're here to capture it.
This is the reason why we're here. We're here to capture the Calisk. Again, Wheeling Yutani just touches shit for no fucking reason.
And you need to go because there's a strike team on the way.
Yeah, it's just like I called my sister, and there's a strike team on the way, so you gotta go. And Deck does not take this very well.
And she
Mhm.
puts like a communication device between her torso and her legs. I feel like that needs to be said because it comes
Yeah.
up later.
Yeah. And that I didn't notice until later, but
Right. Me either. I was like,
yeah.
what the fuck is that?
Yeah, so she puts like a communication device between her torso and her legs. So
I guess it was part of the
repair.
repair process.
Yeah. So she can use her legs again, but it ends up actually coming in handy later. So, Deck is very upset by all of this. He's like, you don't use me. It's like, that's not what tools are supposed to do.
Yeah,
I'm
tools don't
supposed to
use
use
me.
you.
Yep.
That was the agreement, and Deck is like, fine, fuck it. And I'll go kill a Callus myself, and your little strike team and your sister can come, whatever. And,
Call
Deck,
your sister. Call her.
yeah, call
your
your
sister.
fucking sister.
Yeah.
Call her.
Yeah.
So, as Thea's preparing herself, Deck goes to face off against the Callus. And it looks like the fight is, you know, Deck does some shit, some G shit. He uses the environment, he uses the wailing Utani stuff that had been destroyed before. He takes off the door, uses it as a shield. Uses there's like a winch hook that he uses to trap the Callus, and uses it great. He does a great job. And if this was any other creature, he probably would have won.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, we had one thing was like, yeah, he cuts off the tail and was like, all
Yep.
right, cool. I'm chopping this fucking down, and then the tail grows back. It's like, that's
Yep.
interesting. And then fighting. Then he actually cuts off the head.
Yep.
Like, yeah. And then the head and the neck decide to grow back to each other. Like they reach out to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they reattach.
Repair.
And you're
And
like,
Oh,
fuck.
shows that the creature is unkillable.
Yeah.
Literally unkillable.
the
Because
fuck?
whatever you do to it, no matter what you cut, it's going to regenerate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Even the fucking head.
yeah, it's yeah. So so
I mean,
Deck
he
is
worked for that.
yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely worked for that kill. But yeah, like I said, had it been any other creature, it would have been dead. He would have
Yeah.
won. But not this
Super dead.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Not this motherfucker. So Deck ends up getting beaten by the what you call it? Callus. Thank you.
And he
'Cause-
almost gets eaten.
Right. But the Callus starts to sniff Deck before it eats him, and stops and pauses. And at that point, that's when Tessa shows up and throws a cryo grenade.
Yeah.
And freezes Deck and the Callus, and takes them both.
And sharp eye viewers can recognize the fact that, oh, the Callus senses Bud's scent on Deck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We put it all together right there. We're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Callus food. No wonder it was trying to get the bison.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So
And I think Deck put that together too.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well later.
No, I thought he put it together before.
As that's happening, he's putting it together.
He does put it together.
Well, no, actually, he doesn't put it together till later. He finds it weird that it stops. He does find it weird that it stops, but he puts it together later.
I thought he put it together. He just didn't say it out loud.
Yeah, I think you could see him mulling it over because he noticed it sensing him or it sniffing him, and then he looks down at himself and realizes he's still got the Bud's crap on him, and then that's when the cryo grenade goes off.
So there, like I said, there's that moment. He mulls it over. He
Yeah.
does not know. He doesn't know until later.
Yeah,
I guess
Because he's actually
he clued
surprised.
that. I guess he took that clue and then put it together when he saw Bud.
yeah,
'Cause
Yeah,
When he gets back up with Bud is when he like fully was like.
that's
oh.
when he realizes it. Like, he doesn't
'Cause it was
really
before
realize
it
it beforehand because he's got other
Okay.
shit going on. But so he does notice that, he does take it into account, and then the cryo grenade goes off, and then Bud ends up on not Bud Deck ends up on, and Thea end up on the Wailing Utani, one of the Wailing Utani transports, and so Thea and Tessa talk back and forth, and Tessa's like, "Oh, we brought us a great specimen. You did a good job." And Thea's like, "The fuck you talking about?" I didn't bring you a specimen. What do you mean? You got the Callus, but what are you talking about? And Tessa's like, "Oh, the Yautja. Like it's we're gonna be experimenting on it." That's ours now. It's property of Willie Johnny, and Thea's trying to convince Tessa not to use Deck as a specimen. Says that he's defective and stuff like that, in order to get Tessa to not experiment on Deck.
Yeah, it says
Because,
like he's defective. His
yeah,
technology is useful though. Da da
Yeah.
da da.
yeah, because she cares about Deck. And, so Tessa's not trying to hear any of it. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, fuck that. And the reason why the mission failed was because I was trying to protect your ass to begin with. And, Thea had gone through, well, not Thea, Tessa had gone through Thea's memories and found out that, um, basically Quay protected Deck, and she was like, I did the same thing that Deck's brother did, was in trying to protect you, which was a mistake. And
I won't make that mistake again.
yeah, and she's like, I'm not gonna make that mistake again. She's basically mission focused from now on, and she ends up basically uh, sedating, like, I don't know what the point of those. So she puts these metal things into Deck's brain, I guess, to see his nervous system.
Yeah. I'm assuming it was like to get an. It seemed like it was getting an X-ray just to, I don't know, fuck with his
This is
brain or something like
the
that.
Well,
worst kind of X-ray, because
Yeah.
so I think it was the blue shit was supposed to be like a marker
yeah.
Mm.
or something, and then basically it was just going to electric shock therapy his ass to fucking talk
Oh, okay, that's right.
because
That's right. They wanted to know how
how
his
to use it
technology worked. That's
exactly.
right. So they try to get Deck to talk about his technology, and Thea's, you know, basically yelling at Tessa to stop, and Tessa ends up sedating Deck and is like, "Fine, whatever, fuck it, we'll get it later." And Tessa leaves and is like, "Get all the information you can from the Yautja."
Yeah, she tells one of the synths.
She tells, yeah, one of the sisters to get all the information that you can from the Yautja,
And box up to
to
you.
yeah, and dispose of Thea because she's defective,
Well, I said box her up.
or box her up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
box her up. To be
bas-
disposed of later.
yeah, basically. But Deck. So the two synths come in and
One synth.
oh, is it just? I thought it was
It's
two.
just the one. Uh-uh.
Okay,
Yeah, it's just the one because of what happens later.
okay. So the synth tries to interrogate Deck, or yeah, the synth tries.
No, so what happens is the
Yeah,
synth's
go
just
ahead.
standing there, and Thea and Deck start talking back and forth, and he's like, "You betrayed me, you know, you set me up. This was this was a setup to begin with." And she's explaining like, I didn't mean for all this to go down like this,
Mm,
and they come to some kind of an accord, and he is telling her, and the synth that's walking around standing guard is like, why are you talking to it in its language? And she's like, and Deck tells her, tell him that you're telling them, or I'm telling you about my how my technology works. And she tells the guy,
Then he
and
picks up the
then
device.
he goes, tell him to look at that device, pick it up, and it's a toy, like it's and
He
he
said,
explains it's one of our toys, but tell him it's a map.
"I'm a
mm-hmm.
map. I'm a map. I'm a map."
Yeah. So he picks it up, and we see off, not off screen, but in the background, he blows his fucking head up.
Well, he tells it it's a map. How's it work? And
Yeah.
then he says, just tell him to look at it.
Yeah.
Open it up or look inside of it. Look inside of
Yeah.
it. And then it blows up, and it's just like, that's a toy?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like
Yautja.
it's a Yautja toy.
Yep.
It's like, that's a child's toy. It's a Yautja child's toy.
Yeah.
So yeah, from there he makes his escape from there, and Thea helps him by opening up the back hatch, and he kind of dives out as the other synths come in.
Yeah.
Right. And this is when so Thea goes away with the Wailing Utani stuff, and they're split up, and Deck makes his way back to the Callus Lair where he sees Bud, and he sees Bud is kind of like sad, like mourning,
Yeah, that's right. 'Cause he's in
sniffing around the area, that's when he looks at himself, thinks back to the Callus sniffing him, and looks at Bud as like Callus child.
Because
Oh,
he was in the footprint.
yeah, because it shows that Bud is inside the footprint of the Callus, which was massive, but it has the same kind of footprint, just a lot smaller. And Buzz, not Bud, you could tell Deck is starting to think about what to do next. And that's when he starts to grab certain things in the area, the fucking exploding thing with the needles,
Yeah.
the
And throughout their entire
razor grass.
journey, we didn't mention this, but throughout their journey as they're traveling, Thea is telling Deck about all of the flora and fauna on Gina,
Right.
so that he has a better understanding of what's there.
Yep. And how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And he tracks there's these creatures that are spitters that you can give. I guess they only eat berries or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the fuck. And he tracks it with a berry. Tracks one with a berry, a handful of berries. And it's basically, and you have this scene
Making
in
it
every
awesome.
Predator movie where the person,
Protagonist
the
is gearing
protagonist,
up.
is gearing up to fight the Predator one last time. And it's because it's now the protagonist now figured out some stuff about what they're up against.
Yeah, and it's usually the protagonist using the flora and fauna around them to
Yep,
prepare to defeat the predator. This now turns that idea on its head,
yep,
and the predator is now using the flora and fauna to defeat his enemies.
yep,
So he creates an entire predator mask out of the bone bison with gear and whatnot. He has the spitter thing as a shoulder cannon,
cannon.
which
Yep,
is hilarious. He uses the razor grass as
he
a whip.
ties it together as a whip.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
yep,
Um, and he grabs, like you said earlier, a bunch of the slugs,
yeah. The
exploding slugs.
exploding slugs and the exploding flowers with the needles and shit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I like to call those little fucking things little landmines.
Yeah,
Yeah, go up to the little landmines and
He
he starts
uses
to
them
gear up to
expertly.
yeah. He starts to gear up to go after to get Dia or
and
save Dia
rescue the callus.
and
Yep.
rescue the Callus as well. Um, so what follows is basically again, is Deck just wrecking house. So Deck
Yeah,
ends up finding the Wellingtoni base on Gina as they're loading up the Callus and just fucking murks through the Sims ninja style.
yeah,
Like
ETA.
yeah, and uses a spitter as a fucking as we were saying as a shoulder cannon because it spits acid
hmm
and which melts down the sense. And he uses the whip and he takes out most of them very stealthily
yeah.
and
And even Bud's helping out by wrecking
just
shop.
wrecking
Oh,
shit.
oh, we forgot one key thing.
Mm.
Look.
How the fuck he got there?
Oh
He
right,
found
right,
the
right,
legs.
right.
He
So,
found the legs.
so
Took
in
the
order
legs
to
off.
in order to get to the to find the Wailing Tiny base, in the scuffle with the Callus, Dia is unable to connect her
Right.
legs.
Yeah, because the callus throws fucking deck
Deck, yeah,
into her.
yeah,
It breaks the table.
and it's like, come on. So, so so that's why Dia is still bisected, even though she got her legs. But you see that once when Deck goes back to the Callus Layer, you see that the legs are still moving. So,
Yeah, they're trapped under something though,
but
aren't
they're
they?
trapped and they can't continue to move. So after Deck gets all his weaponry together, he moves the thing that's trapping the legs. The legs jump up, start walking, and, and Deck and Buzz start to follow the legs to the Wailing Utani base because they're looking. The legs are looking for Thea
Mm.
to be reconnected. So yeah, the Deck and Bud wreck shop and
The
Thea
legs keep looking for Thea.
and Yep, as they're looking for Thea, and Thea is actually reunited with her legs.
And they wreck shop
The
on there.
legs wreck shop.
Yeah.
The legs are taking out fucking sense, and that part that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then she gets out the box, and then
Yep.
she's fighting with the legs. Man, that was coordinated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite
That was well
coordinated.
done. That was a good scene.
So as after Deck meets back up with Thea, she's like, "What are you doing here?"
No, at the point you were. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So Thea's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm rescuing you." So, and Deck is like, "I'm rescuing you," and they
And
Bud shows up, and so they're all reunited, and
Deck explains
Well,
that the Kalisk is Bud's mother.
yeah, he
Yep.
says, "I'm rescuing you," and the Callus, freeing reuniting Bud with the Callus. They have, the Callus
Yep.
mother, whatever the fuck, and getting my trophy.
Yep. So they basically
Well, he doesn't say. He says, "I'm getting the Kalisk," and she thinks that he's still trying to get his trophy. And
No,
she's,
he does say, "And getting my trophy."
I see.
He does say, "And getting my trophy," because I was like confused. Like, how you gonna
by that point it was
Yeah.
not,
Callus and
he
get my
wasn't trying to
trophy?
get his trophy. I mean, the Callus was no longer his trophy.
Yeah.
But he does say, "Trying to get my
Get my
trophy."
trophy,
We just
yeah.
don't know what he's talking about.
Got him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did.
Well, I figured,
Yeah.
I
I
figured,
didn't realize.
I figured out too. But I mean,
Yeah.
they tried to make it like, well, what does he mean? But
Right.
I knew exactly who the fuck he was going for.
Yeah. So they basically Thea and Bud split off from Deck, and so
To go get the Kalisk.
to go get the Callus, and Deck goes to get his trophy.
But that's like, I'll pretty much distract him. You go free the Kalisk,
Yep.
and he continues to wreck shop again.
Yeah. So at this point, he uses the landmines and the slugs to, and he's already planted them around the area where he's at right now. All of the synths come because now the synths are alerted as well as Tessa.
He alerts them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the synths come and they get boxed into this one place, and Deck is just kneeling, as if meditating, and he uses the fucking he gives a signal to the arm cannon thing, the snake thing,
Shoulder snake.
shoulder cannon, the shoulder snake, and it spits acid at one of the explosives he's basically set up, and it sets off a chain reaction and destroys all of the synths.
Yeah. All while Deck has his back turned, like
Yep.
a
Right.
super badass scene.
Yep. And this is where Tessa shows up with and she's in
What do you call that damn thing?
a loader. It's
Loader?
like a robotic loader. So and it's similar to the one that you see Ripley in towards the end of Aliens.
Just much bigger.
Just much bigger with a few attachments.
Yeah.
So
I'd say.
so Tessa and Deck square off, and Deck is getting wrecked. It's his, and she's also got Quay's shoulder cannon as
cannon.
well.
Yeah.
Yep.
If she hadn't had that, he might have had a better chance. But she was using that right when it needed to be used.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
which ended up wrecking his shoulder cannon.
yeah.
Yeah, because she shot, and then his shoulder cannon jumped to protect him.
Yep.
Poor thing.
And it gets fried. So
Yeah.
Deck is trying his best to at least do some kind of harm
Survive.
to
The loader.
the loader and Tessa. Tessa ends up grabbing Deck and is like, how she says, "How does it feel to be the prey?" And he goes, "You tell me." And that's when the Callus comes out and starts fucking her shit up.
Mm-hmm. And she gets the Kalisk at one point by putting a blade or blade saw through it.
Yep.
and it's still alive, but it can't move or anything like that. So Deck is undoing fucking with the machinery and allows it and allows the Callus to the chance to escape, but only after Tessa throws one of the cryo grenades at it to capture it again, and Deck pinks that shit back with by using one of the things as that came off as a spear, and hits the arm of the loader, and
Yep.
the Callus is able to break itself free and take the loader apart.
Yep. And ends up yeah, doesn't it end? It ends up eating
Ends up
Tessa.
eating. Yeah,
Yeah.
ends up eating Tessa.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
we're like, yay.
yeah, everybody
Whatever.
thinks it's over.
Yeah.
False ending though,
Yeah.
because the Callus starts to freeze from the inside. She had another grenade,
Well,
and
I mean, before that,
mm,
I mean, didn't they have the whole like reunion shit
Yeah.
before that?
yeah,
Everybody
so
reunite. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
so
Well,
all.
between Callus, Bud, and then Predator, Bud,
yep,
Predator and Callus.
yep.
Yeah.
That
So
was a touching moment.
they have a touching moment.
And then she started.
Yeah, and then she and then she throws another grenade, cryo grenade inside of the Callus, freezes it from
Killing it.
the nope, freezes it from the inside, and then uses Quay's shoulder cannon to blow it up.
Finally killing it.
Yeah, finally killing it. Because yeah, there's no regenerating from that.
Yeah.
But so now everybody's kind of scattered because the Callus explodes, and everybody's thrown away, and then Tessa and Thea kind of square off, and Thea denounces Tessa as her sister, as Deck stabs her stabs Tessa from behind, finally killing her,
And he collects his trophy.
and he collects his trophy, which he later we see.
First thing, that's not yours.
Yep,
Yeah. As he's taking the shoulder cannon away from him, he goes, "That's not yours."
yep. So we see them win, and then later we see Deck back in his regular armor, and it landing back on Yautja Prime. What was it in? Was it the same ship as Quay's ship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he lands back on Yautja Prime as Quay's ship, and his father comes out and is like, "Fuck is you doing here?" He throws down Tessa's head as a trophy and is like, "I come for my cloak." Like, I just want my fucking cloak. It's like, yeah, and George, tells me it'll never be Yautja. He's like, I just want my shit, man. Like, it's like I didn't come for all this yapping. I just want my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like I've been through enough.
Yeah. He sees the minuscule trophy as disgraceful because he doesn't understand all the shit that Deck had to go through just to get that.
And
that
my
Tessa
thing
was
is
the
this:
worthy
he
foe.
came back from Guinea.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Like, nigga, I show back, bruh.
Yeah, I
I'm,
came back from a place no predator has before. So yeah,
Yeah.
that is something that is something worthwhile.
yeah, like, dude, it doesn't matter what the fuck I brought back. I came back from Guinea. Do you understand that? Could have brought back some fucking bubble gum. It doesn't matter. I came back from that fucking place. Whole fucking place sucks. So, Dad's not impressed. So, Deck shows him how he came back. So father tells two of his goons to go out to kill Deck, and Deck makes short work of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
This
not even
ain't
a
Deck.
fight. Yeah,
This ain't Runt Deck. This yeah.
this is post
This
Guinea
Wolf
Deck.
Deck.
Yeah, this is the problem.
Alpha Deck.
Yep. So Deck makes short work of them, and Enjor's still not impressed, so he's like, "All right, guess I'll do it. Gotta do this myself." But he turns on his cloak and starts to fight Deck. Actually, no, he starts to fight Deck, and then he sees that he can't overpower him like he thought he could, so he starts to use his cloak. Deck smartly uses the thrusters from Quay's ship to kick up dust, so that he could see, um, Injor even with the cloak on, and he's
Yep,
fighting in
using
the
the
dust.
surroundings.
Yep, and again, he's using the surroundings, and he's fighting in the dust, and he fucks Injor up,
Mm-hmm.
fucks his ass straight up, and
Cuts
ends up
his arm off
using,
just like he did to Quay.
Yep.
yep,
Yep.
cuts his arm off the whole 9 yards, and then ends up using Injor's plasma shackles against him, and he's like, huh, maybe, and then Injor's like, well, maybe the right son did survive,
Being a coward.
yeah, and then you see behind him, you think that Deck is going to take him out, and it's actually Bud, a much bigger Bud.
No, he says
Oh yeah, go ahead.
he tells him about, or he says, oh, maybe you can join the clan.
Oh
Maybe you
yeah,
can come
yeah,
back to the clan. And Deck goes, I have my own clan, and that's when we see a more grown Bud come up and just eat
yeah.
Injor's head.
Endures. Yep. At which Deck takes Endures cloak. It's like that's mine
Mm-hmm.
now.
Mm.
And you see
Won't be needing that.
yeah, basically he's like, won't be any of that shit. Takes that. And you see Dia come off the ship as well, off of Quay's ship, and they have a moment, and then
And she calls
this,
him Deck of the Yautja because
yeah,
she kept calling him that toward the end of the fight, toward the end of the movie. And he said not yet,
yep,
and in Yautja culture, you can't call yourself a Yautja until you get your cloak.
right,
So once he gets his cloak, she finally says Deck of the Yautja, and he has this prideful face like he's beaming.
mm-hmm. Oh, you can't really tell because
You know,
Yeah.
predator face.
predator face. Yeah.
And then a bunch of swords start coming out.
And then you see something in the distance coming towards them, and she's like, "Friends of yours?" And that goes, He goes, "No, it's my mother." And then
And
the
that's where
end.
it ends. Yeah. So overall, a really good movie, a good found family movie, kind
Yep.
of taking the traditions of the Yautja and kind of turning them against um, that idea, or at least turning Deck against that idea, and him starting his own clan with Thea and Bud.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, I thought it was a solid movie. It's
Mm-hmm.
fun. It has many funny moments. It's
Mm-hmm.
good overall.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Dan Trachtenberg's next project because this one is doing pretty well at the box office. If it continues to do well, then we could probably see more of this kind of thing show up, and Dan might just be given the reins on stuff like this
I mean,
in the future in general.
and
Yeah, like
I think they also did it well because they started with Prey. Give them a
Hmm.
shot, put on Prey. It's just gonna be on streaming. Yada yada yada. See how that worked out. That boomed, and then they
big boom.
big boom, and then had Killer Killers leading right into Badlands.
Hmm.
Because I think we already knew about Badlands before Killer Killers,
Yeah,
and making that a theatrical release and really show improved. Um, yeah, I'm actually excited for this. This is like probably the first time I've actually been excited for anything Alien and Predator.
Yeah,
yeah. It did really well both domestically. It's only opened in the U.S. and China so far, and domestic gross has been 40 million. Um,
I think it's
Chinese
80
gross has
million
been
overall though.
7.4 million. So, in general, internationally, it's made 40 million. So it's made
Okay.
40 million domestically, 40 million internationally.
So yeah,
So it's done well. 80 million worldwide on I believe, a $80 million budget. So
was
it's
a
probably
$100 million budget, I think.
yeah. So it's gonna it looks like it's got good legs.
And I don't think anything else is really coming out.
Well, it's got a few things coming up next week, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But yeah, because we've got to make some decisions. Because it's got Now You See Me 3 and Running
Oh
Man
yeah,
coming up next week.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
And another hit, for kids and shit. It's gonna be Zootopia too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that was coming out.
Yeah, absolutely coming out. Yeah, they ready to eat lunch.
Yeah.
All right. So, before we end it, our hot take corner for this episode,
Oh yeah.
uh, courtesy of a video brought to our attention by Vin, by a creator named, let's just get the name right so we can give him the proper credit.
Seriously,
Um, GID 2772.
Yep.
Discussing Piccolo's aura farming.
And Piccolo, he made a lot of good points. And Piccolo is the OG anime aura farmer. You
Yep.
can't. I don't argue with your mama. It don't matter because it's absolutely true. Uh, so he goes over he goes over Piccolo's fit, which is always cold. Always cold fit,
Yeah.
no matter what. Even
Yeah.
even in the filler episode, where they're driving, learning how to drive,
Yeah.
Piccolo's fit, he's got that shit on.
Yep.
Everything matches.
Yeah.
He goes over also his pull-up game and how.
Coldest pull-up game in all anime.
Yep.
And even though he ends up getting waxed sometimes, don't matter. Because the pull-up game was cold. Like,
Yep.
it's like, even the villains be like, I mean, beat his ass, but that pull-up game was cold.
Yeah, I mean, he always saving fucking Gohan's ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like nowhere.
So yeah, best best aura farmer in all of anime.
Yep.
There's no argument there. There should not be any argument there.
But the way my man kept saying how he was affecting the elements.
Yeah. Control the elements.
Controlling the elements.
Yeah.
I mean, how else do you listen? The elements know what to do. Listen, the wind knows which way to blow.
He turned the wind backwards. He made the lightning strike at the right time.
Yep.
Oh
Listen.
man. Oh, that was a great video. You got to see that video. That was a great video.
But yeah, it's no doubt about it. Like you could say Sung Jin Woo, and you could talk about all the current protagonists and all the people in anime now. They all owe their aura farming cred to Piccolo.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's him.
He's him.
All the time.
All right, anything else to add?
Nope. I think that's everything.
I don't know.
All right. So Tishu Maluk's got to be told what to do. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe, leave a fucking comment, or I'll come to your house and I'll smack your parents. And if you got problems, you can reach us at thebnccast at gmail.com. For Sean, CJ, and myself, we'll see you next time on the BNC.